I'm Ayalon Levy standing in for Jeff Smith. Happy Passover. It's billed as the deal of the century, and the Trump administration is taking an age to reveal its Israeli-Palestinian peace plan. In a tantalizing, some might say vague, preview, senior White House advisor Jared Kushner says the plan will not focus on the process of negotiations, but is a bottom-up plan to improve reality on the ground and a robust business plan for the whole region. He added the plan won't be released till after Netanyahu forms a government and after Ramadan, so we're talking June at the earliest. Here's Kushner at the Time 100 summit.
We've studied, all the different past efforts and how they failed and why they failed, and there's been some tremendous work done by the people who have worked on this before us. So we've tried to do it a little bit differently. Normally they start with a process and then hope that the process leads to a resolution for something they have been able to resolve for a long time. What we've done is the opposite. We've done very extensive research and a lot of talking to a lot of the people. We're not trying to impose our will.
And here in the studio is Israeli former Deputy Foreign Minister Danny Ayalon. But let's go first to Dr. Mustafa Barghouti, a member of the dormant Palestinian Legislative Council. Dr. Barghouti, previous attempts to bring peace between Israelis and the Palestinians haven't worked. Now Jared Kushner says, maybe let's try something new. You object?
I don't think there is a plan actually for a solution. What Mr. Kushner is saying is very indicative that practically, we are not talking about a plan for resolving the problem or even a plan for negotiating resolving the problem. Clearly, this is a plan to, in my opinion, to cover up what Netanyahu's government is doing on the ground. And the most recent acts by the American administration, whether recognition of Jerusalem as a capital of Israel or their position regarding Palestinian rights of refugees, or their position regarding the issue of statehood, are all indicative that this is more of a Netanyahu plan rather than a Trump administration plan.
Well, Dr. Barghouti, let's reserve judgment just for a moment because we don't know what's in the plan. But what we heard from Jared Kushner just now, he's talking about a bottom-up process that would begin with major investment both in the Palestinian economy and the broader Arab region. Surely, if peace is unachievable right now, the Palestinians should welcome with open arms major investment in their economy, no?
No, what Mr. Kushner is talking about is the same old story of economy first and then politics will follow. And an economic solution instead of a political solution was used before by Sharon and Menachem Nelson and the civil administration in 1982-84, and it led to the Palestinian Intifada. There cannot be a solution without ending occupation. There cannot be a solution while settlements continue to grow. In reality, in my opinion, Kushner's plan is nothing but a cover for the Netanyahu's process of consolidating settlements in the occupied territories and the consolidation of a system of apartheid in Palestine.
Danny Ayalon, do you agree with... sorry, Mustafa, just one moment. Danny Ayalon, do you agree with this assessment from Mustafa Barghouti that, in fact, this is just a plan to cover up the expansion of settlements in the West Bank? The Trump administration has no intention of solving the conflict.
Not at all. I don't think that there is any collusion here. I don't think there is any subterfuge in order to undermine the Palestinians or certainly not the region. I think that what Kushner said is that they are shifting paradigms because we've had 26 years now of same old, same old. 4 different presidents tried the same thing and more of it just to run into a wall and break everything in the middle. Ending quote-unquote occupation is not, or getting a political agreement is not just up to Israel. There are 2 in this party, and I think the Palestinians have only themselves to blame that they did not get or did not accept or welcomed Barak's plan in 2000 or Olmert's plan in 2008. The Intifada of 2000 was after this major attempt by Barak. So I think we have to see a different culture among the Palestinians, not to mention, of course, the pay to slay, where they encourage in their legislation terrorists to kill Jews, and of course all the incitement. If if indeed there are not the right elements in order to achieve a long-lasting, comprehensive peace, I think, and this is what the Americans are going to, if you cannot get, everything you want. They say in Washington that the enemy of the good is the excellent. If we cannot get everything, with crossing the T's and dotting the I's, let's get something of a win-win.